we're already on. And so I thought I would pop on and say hi a little bit early. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Leah. I am the creator behind Thrifty Day. So if you're watching on the replay, welcome. If you are live, hello, hit that like button because you love me. And I just want to spend some time with you guys. I'm super excited to be here. I love going live. It's something I do 3 times a week over on Patreon. And oh my God, did you guys hear that? It was like ding, ding, ding. But stay tuned because I have a really fun announcement that I want to go ahead and make live here on this particular live, but we're going to wait till it's actually the live time because I want to make sure as many ears hear it as possible. But I have some really fun big ideas as we head into 2025, and I'm really excited to share them all with you because a lot of them are YouTube based. Hello and welcome, Kim, Manitoba. Where is that? Manitoba. Geography, not my thing. Journal is my thing, geography, not so much. But welcome. I'm so excited you're all here. If you are here and you're enjoying my content, be sure to hit that like button. It helps my channel out so much, and I would appreciate that. The middle of Canada. You know what? I was going to say Canada, and then in my brain, I was like, what if I'm wrong and I sound silly? See, I need to trust my gut. I knew that. I could have sounded like geography smart. Anyway, welcome. So what are we doing today? Today, outside of my fun announcement that I can't wait to let y'all in on, we are going to be making my next. Hi, Kate. Kay! Oh my gosh, Kay, I received your package and I actually filmed a little video. I'm going to be sharing it today over on Instagram stories. So keep an eye out and thank you so much, Kay. You're so thoughtful. What a wonderful little Christmas gift. Hello, thank you Dorothy, I'm so happy that you were able to participate in our Christmas card exchange. If you're wondering what Dorothy was talking about, over on Patreon, we had a very large, very active Christmas card exchange this year, and it was so fun. Sabra, how are you, my friend? Oh my gosh, yes, girl. I was gonna make sure everybody was on top of that. We'll get to that later. See, we have lots of Patreon business we handle on lives. That's what everyone's sort of alluding to. So a lot of my Patreon community members are here in the chat. And so they're letting you in on all of the fun things we do over on Patreon. And I'm so glad because they're making this so super easy for me. Hello from Alaska. Ooh, I bet you it's freezing. Evening. And Scotland. Well, we got Scotland in the house. We have Alaska. We have Manitoba. Who else do we have in the house? Hi, Bevan. Bevan's one of my Patreon pals. Wisconsin. Decide how you want to journal with all of your cards. Oh my gosh, Deanne. Deanne's here. Scottsdale. Okay, that's Arizona, right? I want to go to Arizona. I don't know why. Is it warm? It would be fun to do a Valentine's exchange. Yes, you know what? It's fun. You're doing this for me. I'm just going to pass the mic. Right now, as we speak, in our private member-only Thrifty Day chats over on Patreon, I think there is a Valentine card swap happening. And I saw it briefly last night and I was like totally in the zone, but I'm like, look at that community making plans. I'm happy to see it. So it is for paid members only. Our Patreon chats are paid member only. So it's if you wanted to be a part of those exchanges, be sure that you are on it's only $5 to join. If you wanted to join, that's the community tier. It's all digital. You do have access to our digitals. You have access to all my lives and my library of lives. And I would like you to know that I have about 200 lives banked over on Patreon. So if you were looking for something to do, something to watch, join my Patreon for $5. You'll be set up for a while. South Texas. Hello, Lisa. Texas. We have lots of Texas. You're near Houston. Okay, I have some family in Austin, actually. Very cool. Everybody always says that Austin isn't really Texas, though. Glasgow. Oh, wow. Very cool, Helen. So we have a lot of things happening over there. We also have a very active but full pen pal program on Facebook. I think there's a big live coming too. My dear friend Shara actually is who runs that pen pal program. And oh my gosh, since it is currently closed. Oh, Iowa. I knew that. You can tell it's very large and quite thriving. So 2025 is going to be a big year, guys, and I'm super excited. Southern California, Bevan, Southern California in the house. Me too, by the way, in case y'all didn't know. I am actually from Southern California. I'm about 30 minutes away from Disneyland, about 40 minutes away from LA, and about 2 hours away from the snow. So I'm really happy. Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to live in California. It's so expensive. I wouldn't trade it. I love living by the beach, by the mountains, by Disneyland, by LA. I get to see live theater. It's very accessible and I quite love it. Bevan's here by me. We're close, we're pals. We've actually met in person. So yeah, it's really fun. Anyway, hit that like button. Let me know what you are looking forward to in 2025 in terms of journaling. But is it almost 10? Okay, it's just about 10. Let me let you guys in on my little announcement. It's something I'm really excited about. Before we get into our very easy, quick and easy junk journal tutorial, we are going to be making my 2025 junk planner cover using this vintage book. But first, oh, Maryland! But first, I would like to share with you a really fun bit of news as it pertains to YouTube, to my followers here on YouTube and my subscribers. As you all know, I go live 3 times a week over on Patreon, and that is for the community tier. Hi, Jillian. For the community tier and above, it's only $5 to join. We'd love to have you there. And as you heard, there's lots of other perks that happen on Patreon. I just shared a lot with you. But if that's something you can't swing, I get it, and that's okay. What I have decided to do as we head into 2025 is begin a new series, and it's going to be called Journal Talk Tuesdays. And what does that mean for everyone here on YouTube? It means that every single Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be live, and we will be talking about all things journal. For the most part, we will be working in the said junk planner that I will be creating today. But I also want to do really fun things like pull questions from the week that you all leave on my YouTube and answer them in person so that we can actually communicate and I don't have to just comment in sort of like a quick way. I'd also like to cover journal news throughout the week from some of our favorite creators. We all have the same favorite creators. We all love Rebecca Hoot and Love Rain Journals and Johanna Clow and Paper Terrace. We all love the same creators. So let's talk about what they're doing as well. Let's see what fun things they're doing. It's also a fun way to support and boost and uplift our community because I don't really, whenever I tell you to hit that like button, it's not just for me, it's for our journal community at large. Do that on everybody's channel. Let's share the like button love. Let's share the subscription love. And I'm not trying to just name big channels. I'm talking about even us, smaller channels. I have like a little moderate sized channel, but I can still use it for good. Let's use our superpowers for good, right? So every Tuesday, it's going to be an absolute series. I'm going to create a playlist. My friend Faylene, I opened your present. We're going to talk about it later. I'm making a video as we speak. So every Tuesday I'll be live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We can talk about all things journal. It can be in a really fun live way that we can actually communicate and have a lot of fun. Hi, Carrie. And talk about journal news, work in our junk planners. A lot of the feedback that I've been sort of looking at on comments has been, I love your junk planner. I don't totally understand it. I would love to see it in action. I do that. Usually it's called Junk Planner Tuesdays. We do that over on Patreon. I work on it every Tuesday. So my followers, hi Holly, see all the time in live sort of fashion how to work in this planner. So something I would like to bring to my YouTube community, oh, thank you, Jan, is also to Francie is one of my pals, is to bring that here to YouTube because it's been so life-changing for me this year in terms of organization and planning for everything that I do here on my channel and on Patreon and on Etsy. I have been, for the first year in my life, using a planner consistently, daily, monthly, for the entire year, January to December of 2024. I did it. I've never done that before in my life. I'm a planner girl. Who knew? I'm going to join the planner community. So I would love to share that with you. So for the most part, we'll be junk planning. I'll be sharing my process. I'll give you all of the ins and outs and what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and what I'm going to use and continue to use moving into 2025. But like I said, I'm also going to answer questions. Another big question I tend to get and I can't always respond to is, why can't I shop in your drops? Why is it so hard to get my hands on merchandise? When is your next shop drop? I feel like it would be nice to regroup at the beginning of every week, which will be on Journal Talk Tuesdays, and answer those questions. I can let you all know, make it a little bit easier, make the conversation 2 ways and in real time. And all of these will be saved in a playlist. So if you're like, hey, I'm a teacher, I can't be there at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, don't worry. When you get home from school, you can watch it on the replay. When you get home from your job, you can watch it on the replay. And that is going to be the beauty of Journal Talk Tuesdays. So I'm really excited. That's one of my big things. I have new YouTube, big things happening on Patreon too. So everyone who is subscribed over on Patreon, get ready, because we have buckle your seatbelt. I stole that from Dave Neal on YouTube. Do you guys follow Dave Neal? Oh, I love him. He's not our content at all. He's like social funny stuff. He's a stand-up comedian, but my gosh, he's funny. And I watch every single video that man puts out. He's hysterical. I've followed him for years. I'm on his Patreon too. I'm a Patreon member to lots of people. So anyway, he always says, buckle your seatbelt when he has new news. He actually has a little seatbelt. If anybody can get me a little seatbelt, I could be like Dave Neal. But I'm excited. So over on Patreon, we have lots of new things coming too. And one of the things that was mentioned, I believe by Sabra, was we are going to have exclusive tutorials on our lives. And the first one that we are going to be starting is turning this spiral bound paper journal into a proper junk journal. And we're going to be doing that on live starting in January, but that is going to be exclusive to Patreon. So if you wanted to join my Patreon, it's $5 to join. You'll have access to those exclusive tutorials, and we can't wait. So a lot of us have been running to Five Below and purchasing this little set because we are going to turn this simple journal into a proper fabulous junk journal in the month of January, and I'm very excited. So that's exclusive content coming to Patreon, but I did want to share it, especially because Sabra brought it up and I thought it'd be super fun to talk about, and I'm glad it was right here, ready, accessible for me. So I'm gonna set that to the side. Let me know if you're excited. Give me an emoji letting me know if you're excited for Journal Talk Tuesday. And if you have ideas or plans, leave those on my shorts. If you have questions, leave them on the shorts. I post a short every day here on YouTube or on any of my videos. Leave those questions because I'm going to be pulling from those questions to answer on Journal Talk Tuesdays. And that way, even if you can't be here live, you can watch the replay and be like, oh, okay, good. I got the information I needed and I have journal fun. And I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys are happy. Yay. Okay, hit that like button while you're commenting, by the way, folks. And let's get into what supplies we need for today because I have enough. We're going to be making a very quick and easy journal cover today. I will likely be finishing up the process of the entire journal on lives as we move into January, because we're not going to be able to finish the entire thing for now. But what I can guarantee we will finish today is the cover, and we're also going to sew it in. So pretty much the journal will be done, but like the pages, all the extra trim in pockets or anything like that that we want, calendars, all of that I'll probably finish over on Patreon live on, oh, actually maybe we'll do it Tuesday because my very first Journal Talk Tuesday will be this Tuesday, guys. So we're going to be live again together. You're all going to be tired of me. So if you have questions, don't leave them here because I probably may not see them. But once the live is wrapped, if you have a very specific question, go to the replay and leave it under there because then I'll see it. These ones might disappear or I won't be able to filter through them fast enough. So once the live is done and it's reposted on my page, go ahead and leave your questions there if they're very specific and you felt like you didn't get an answer. And that's something I'll try to pull from as we go into our very first Journal Talk Tuesday. This Tuesday, January 2nd, the day before my birthday. We could have a little birthday cake. It'll be fun. I'm not one who really gets excited about my birthday, but whatever. It is what it is. So let's make stuff. Okay, supply list. Supply list. I feel like I'm missing. So you're going to make me quit my job. Well, Bevan, I mean, you don't have to, but maybe. The first thing you need for supplies, the two most important things for this tutorial. Your birthday is January 2nd, Shannon? Mine's the 3rd. Birthday buddies. You're going to need some book pages. Now, you may be thinking, I'm not really a cut up a book kind of gal. That's okay. You can also just cover it in cardstock. I pulled these because I'm going to be adding additional pages. Steve, if you're watching, can you let Ellie in? Steve is my husband, who's also my moderator. So he's kind of hiding in the background. Hopefully he's watching and hears because Ellie wants to come into my studio. Thank you. See, I told you. Look at how prompt. Hi, Els. My dogs are always in my studio. So you can use cardstock and then you can decorate it. You can glue something onto the cardstock. That's okay. I totally validate if somebody doesn't want to cut up a book. I am okay with it. the way I see vintage books or books as a whole is that I am using the book. It just may not be the same way you use the book. And that's okay. We can have different ways and we can disagree and agree on what is okay. I am going to use a vintage book. If you're not comfortable with that, you can use cardstock. I'm also going to use cardstock, but you will also need a composition book. I purchased mine at Target, and fun fact, I don't know why, they're way cheaper there than anywhere else. 50 cents. If you go to the Dollar Tree, they're going to be $1.25. So go to Target. Target. Am I missing things? Oh, and your daughter is January 9th, Carrie? I didn't know that. Bevan says, hi, Steve. December 30th. Holly, my mom's was December 31st. And one of my best friends, Moses, is January 1st. Like, I'm telling you, it's like a week of birthdays. Holly, look at that. Levi's here. Levi and I have been friends for years. How many years, Levi? Oh, God, years and years and years. Crazy. Okay, anyway. 46 minutes late for your New Year's, baby. Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Girl, don't know what calendar you are on, but next Tuesday is it? Okay, am I wrong? Okay, well, whatever the first Tuesday is, you're right. Am I right? Am I wrong? What's happening, you guys? Whatever the first Tuesday is, that's when we'll do this, because I may be on some kind of weird calendar. You're right. I might have looked wrong. So what do you need? A book. Make sure those book pages, unless you want to do, hi, Suzanne, unless you want to do like patchwork style pictures, New Year's is Wednesday. Okay, so whatever January 2nd is, you guys, thank you for correcting me. This year's film. I know, and that's why my head is like spinning. You know what, you guys? I think it is because I am shipping Patreon all this week. I literally don't even think I count it as like a real week. To me, it's just like work. So thank you. Thank you. So let me correct this. Whatever the first Tuesday is of 2025, we will finish this. Let's just leave it at easy. So you'll need a composition book. You'll need book pages. Regardless of what you're going to decorate your cover with, I am also going to add cardstock pages, additional cardstock pages. Oh, that's great, Faylene. The first Tuesday is January 7th?
The first Tuesday of January is January 7th.
That's so far away. Okay, we might have to do these on Patreon lives. Wow, what calendar was I looking at? Okay, so it's getting hot in here. No kidding. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Regardless, if you want to see the process, it actually might be safer for you to join Patreon. We will do the hard part here, though, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I do have junk planner videos already here on YouTube if you were super curious. You'll see, that's how my lives are. You will need cardstock. I am going to add pages. I'm going to show you how I do that. Don't worry. And yes, they will be the entire length. They're not going to be short pages. I know a lot of people like to add additional book pages, and I have in the past, into your junk planners. Join Patreon. Deanne, look at here. She's here being my advertisement. Deanne's like, hit the like button and join my Patreon. I have to give Deanne a kickback. January 25th, it'll be 3 years. I feel like it's been longer, Levi. Like we've been best friends forever. Okay, but that's still good. So you can add book pages if you like to, and you will do it in the same manner. Bevan, this paper pad was from Joann's, and I just realized literally in my brain, I was like, oh crap, I don't know the name. I will get it, and I'll try to put it in the description after I get off live because I can see it, but I can't read it because, you know, I have vision problems. But it is from Joann's. It's a foiled one. I don't love foil always, so I didn't choose any of the foiled ones. But isn't it pretty? I used all of these in my Kitsch and Trinket collection journals. And so these were just the ones I had left. It's cute. Okay, so you'll need that. Optional, but I find important, is trim. I like the way it looks. This is decorative. It's not something you absolutely need for the process, but I like the way it looks. It covers the seams. You can use rickrack. You can use ribbon. You can use whatever you want. You'll need duct tape. I don't know what color I want, so I grabbed two that I think might work best. Very kitschy. It is, right? Trina, my friend. Hi, Trina. Your letter in your, did you see I posted what you gave me on Instagram? It made me cry. You're so sweet. You'll need duct tape. You can get that anywhere. You can get it at the Dollar Tree. Quite frankly, this entire tutorial can be items you get at the Dollar Tree. This is like a Dollar Tree challenge, and I didn't even mean for it to be. You'll need some tape. If you want to use washi tape, you can. I am a basic girl. I almost said a bad word. I'm a basic girl, and I'm just going to use Scotch tape. You'll need scissors, a paper trimmer, and you will also need, if you plan on sewing and all, these are very sharp, be very careful. If you want to make this no-sew, you can follow it without taking it apart. I do have a tutorial. Look for it here. It might even be linked in the description already. If not, it's in my playlist. You'll also need, if you plan on sewing, some thread and a needle. As you can tell, I'm very organized. I'm not. All of my thread is literally just thrown in there. It is what it is. You can only be organized so much. Where did you find the daisy trim, please? I got this one in downtown LA, but I have in the past found it on Amazon. Almost everything I get in downtown LA, I swear you can find on Amazon, because I think they're just resellers. But I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. They also have it in pink at Joann's, just so you know. So options. You have options. Oh, you bought daisy trim at Michael's? That's nice. Was it nice, good quality? I'm interested. Okay, daisy trim. You will need clips. If you plan on sewing, this is a tip that's very important. It's not easy to punch through all of these pages. So please, if you're using these and you're using a very sharp awl, use bulldog clips. I use 4. I like to be as safe as possible. I also have these little patty guys. These came out of when I bought my phone. That way I could protect my workspace. And I'm also going to use this just to keep my, like a mat to keep my space not getting pokies all over it. Hobby Lobby sells oh, do they really? Okay, didn't know that either. See, everyone look at the comments. Everyone has great ideas of where to find very accessible trim. But yeah, I mean, guys, pretty much everything can be found on Amazon, I swear. It's just that easy. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, step 1, that New Kids on the Block song just immediately came into my head. Step 1, we could have lots of fun. Oh, gotta reach. I'm going to move the screen down. I know you miss a little bit of my head, but it's okay. Oh, how fun, Danielle. That's awesome. Step number 1 is we need to deconstruct our book. So we're going to open it right to the middle. You usually can see very easily where the middle is. And we are going to find the seam. Oh, Bevan's leaving. Bye. And you're just going to see what I'm doing. I'm just sort of snipping all of those little seams. It's almost like a seam ripper moment. Like for those of you who sew and you're pulling up the seams and you use your seam ripper, that's the easiest way to do this. You can keep all the pages in. You can take some out. I don't find that it matters much. Some people do. Some people have a very specific count. See how they came right out? I don't. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. You'll find that's what I do. Save this. You're going to need it. So put it to the side. Obviously, you're going to need this. This next part is the fun part. We are going to choose what we want for the front cover and the back cover. You obviously don't need to use the same book. You can use kind of whatever you want. You guys, this was sent to me in Trina, was this from you? No. Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. It literally just left my head. Isn't this beautiful though? I'm using this one. I'm using this one. The cotton candy makes me think of Abby because she loves cotton candy when she was little. And this little girl looks a little bit like Lizzie. So we're definitely going with this for the front cover. I kind of looked at these last night, and since it's just the back cover, I'm not going to pick like my most favorite image, but I think this is cute because all the children are on it, right? That's cute, right? Okay. We're not going to overthink it, guys. We're just not. I am going to just use my paper cutter to trim the sides, mainly because it kind of lifts a little. I don't know that that matters, but guys, I have stuff everywhere. It's like crazy town here. Oh, there's a lot of you on. Everyone hit the like button and thanks for being here. Oh, I don't do a great job. Let's cut it again. Let's trim it again. Can you see? I know you're gonna miss some of my head, but you guys do need to be able to see, so. Okay, now we have a nice clean cut, and I'm gonna do that to both. Actually, keep in mind, you might be thinking, oh no, it barely goes right to the end. No, it doesn't, because we're gonna be covering pretty much the entire black part of the spine with duct tape. So I'm okay to just cut right up to the edge. That's actually what I'm gonna do. You'll see a little bit what I mean in a moment. And actually, I might do the same with this one, because as you can see, there's a lot of white space, and I wanna cut that. So we're gonna cut that too. This will make more sense as I get moving here. Okay, we have our images. I'm gonna move my paper cutter for the moment. I'm gonna clean up my area because, oof, that drives me crazy. This is the time where I'm gonna bring the ugly cutting. Oh, you're watching from Germany. Hello, hello, hello. I also like to make sure I have something underneath so that there's not, greetings from Georgia. Hi, Trish. So that glue doesn't get everywhere. Oh my gosh, the most important supply I forgot to show you. You need fabric tack. Fabric tack. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you, Mary Dean. You're so sweet. Do you go by Mary Dean or just Mary? Such a cute name. We're gonna glue this on. So this is something I do. I just grab a piece of that, oops, don't fall, that composition book paper that we just trimmed, and I put it underneath so I don't get glue everywhere. Can you see? All right. I do have this as a tabletop tutorial. If you're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh, this is chaotic. Don't worry. You could watch the tabletop tutorial. I have a sew and a no sew here on YouTube, just FYI. Putting it out there if you're like, this is a little chaotic for me. Hi, Alice. How are you? We're going to add our fabric tack. Girlie, found you for the first time. Hi, Northern Ireland. Holy mackerel. Guys, we're really around the world right now. I'm feeling like a global superstar. No, kidding. I'm actually not, though. And in case you don't know, since this is your first time, I'm an overgluer, unapologetically. But you know what? My journals don't fall apart, so there you go. The overgluing certainly pays off. Okay, yeah, sorry, not sorry. Lot of glue. Hit the light. Carrie, you're my queen. Okay, I don't like marks and lines, so I'm willing to get a little bit messy and rub all that glue in. I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue with sticky hands, which is also nice. I have my workspace covered, and I'm just going to throw that image right on there as centered as I can. We're not going to overthink it. It's not important. I would love to go to Ireland, Faylene. Wouldn't that be fun? Thrifty field trip. We can go to Ireland. You know what would be good? Your bone folder. You know what's funny is I work in these junk planners for about 3 months, sometimes more. And so by the time I need to make another one, I always forget, like, what is the next step? We'll figure it out together. And I know you're thinking, oh no, it's all like overhanging. Don't worry, we're going to trim it. Don't you worry your pretty little crafty head about it. Hi, Margaret. Your first junk journal was Van Gogh. Van Gogh's my favorite artist. My very favorite. In fact, I have irises growing in my front yard. I love Van Gogh. I have ever since the 90s. Little fun fact. Now we're going to do the back. Don't glue it on upside down, though. A little fun fact. Oh, I did it too short. Leah. Oh, what?
Yeah, Belgium here too.
Oh, my husband said you have Belgian here too. Belgium. I trimmed this a little short, but it's okay. You guys are going to see. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to live. We're just going to put it right up to the edge, and the duct tape will cover it. Everything's fixable, guys. These are junk journals. We're not going to stress. Should I make sure, though, that the duct tape will... Let's see. Should I just pick another image? I feel like it's something I might regret. So it's all fixable. That'll be on a smaller journal. You know what would be a really fun tutorial? Fixing mistakes. Like I can easily turn this into a journal cover. Shall we call it a fixing mistakes? Maybe we'll do that soon. Okay, I'm just gonna pick this one, you guys, because like, I mean, that's freaking adorable. But she's kind of the wrong orientation. Should I put the children on the back? I think I'll put the children on the back. I love them with the little tires. I think I just came up with such a fun idea. Fixing mistakes. I'm here for it. Okay, let's not make the same mistake though. There you go. That's good. Okay, so we're changing. I love it. I love the bikes. I love the balloons. And these are the same color as my duct tape. Okay, see, easy fix, easy fix. And we're going to make another one eventually now. Fixing our mistakes. Friend trip. Duct tape fixes everything. You are so right. Your name, I've told you this before, Soda City Paper Project. Why is that the cutest name ever? Okay, while I'm gluing, in case you all didn't hear my announcement, I have a new series coming every Tuesday to my channel. It's going to be called Journal Talk Tuesday. I will be live every Tuesday here on YouTube at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll be answering your questions. We'll be talking about all things journal. We'll be talking about our favorite creators. It's just going to be a really fun day to regroup and restart the week. So I'm so happy that you're here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Hi, Amanda. I think I've asked you that before, haven't I? You've been here before, right? I feel like I've asked you that before. And another thing, hi, Terry. Another thing I am really excited about, well, I wasn't excited, but I'm more excited now, is a few weeks ago, I went to, oh, not even a few weeks, maybe a couple. I went to the doctor and I got some not so welcoming news that I had some blood pressure issues. And if any of you have gone through that, you know it's very scary. It was indeed very scary. But I changed a lot of things. I changed the way I eat and salt and blah, 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 blah. I did all the things the doctor told me I had to do, blah, 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 blah. And my numbers are much better now. But something I'm really excited about doing is creating I don't want to call it a health journal because I don't want it to be something daunting. I just want it to be more about balance in the way I eat, balance in the way I am active, balance in just life, balance in life. So I think I might call it more of like a balance journal, life balance. I don't know. Help me come up with a cute name. Okay, here's what we have, folks. Don't worry. We're going to trim. We're going to trim. We're going to do all the things. So that's another thing I'd like to sort of share my journey here on our Journal Talk Tuesdays, because I know that we all, I'm trying to get that glue off of me. I know that we all have different hills to climb. And right now, mine is finding balance in what I put into my body and how much activity I get. And so that's something I'd love to document because quite honestly, it's not something I'm ever excited about doing or talking about. But if I put it in journal form, it's something that I can use my creativity to sort of fuel. What do you think? I'm excited. Oh, thank you. Where did I get her? I feel like I got her at Target or something. First time here. You're from Holland. Okay, Holland, Belgium, Germany, Canada. We have so many people from around the world. Who's this? Anyway, I'm excited. Lifestyle. I love it. Lizette. Yes. Okay, you go. You know what? I think it's dry enough. Let's do the fun part. Let's trim. Get a pair of scissors. Here's the thing. If I was making this on my own, I would likely put some heavy books on this and let it dry. But we're live. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and trim it. See how it's like hanging over? We're going to trim it. Just use your scissors. Actually, if you wanted to, you could use your paper cutter for this, but I'm going to go ahead and just use my scissors. It's just more accessible. Australia? Oh, you guys. Sorry, I'm totally covering everything, huh? Here we go. I love that. I feel like we're hitting everything. What are we missing? I feel like there might be some continents we're missing here. Some different countries. In case y'all missed it, if it's your first time here, I'm from Southern California. Wouldn't change it. Born and raised here. Love Southern California. Love everything about it. I have 3 daughters. If you don't know, I have Lizzie, who is my oldest, and she is a special education teacher here in Southern California. She loves the district that she works for. They love her, obviously. I have a middle daughter who is named Hannah. She is a trip. She makes me laugh. She's a stand-up comedian. She doesn't even know it. She is disabled. She has Down syndrome. And so she will live with us. And she's like my little sunshine, even though sometimes she's a little gloomy cloud because she's got a little attitude. But that's my Hannah. And she loves Broadway, in case anybody's wondering. Hannah's favorite things are Broadway right now because we've seen Wicked in the movies and on the stage at the Pantages. She is wicked crazy. She always has been, but she loves Wicked, Hamilton. She loves it all. She loves everything. You name it, she could sing the whole thing. And then my youngest daughter, Abby, is a freshman in college. She's a double major. She goes to a great university right on the beach. And she is majoring in theater arts with an emphasis on vocals and psychology. So she's a little bit busy. Okay, here we are. Quebec City. Here we are. I know you're thinking, ooh, that's a lot of white space. I agree, but I think I overcompensated. It's okay. They'll be trim and stuff. It's pretty. So what color? Are we doing pink or are we doing blue? What do you guys think? Are we going blue or are we going pink? How old were you when you were a freshman? When you are, in college. She's a freshman in college. So she's 19. She just turned. Pink. Are we thinking pink? Everyone's saying pink so far. Hi, Danielle. Pink. Talented artsy. They are. And actually, Trish, my oldest daughter, Lizzie, was a dancer. And every summer she would dance and train with the Rockettes in New York City. So we got to go to New York a lot too. Yeah, everybody's super artsy. Okay, I think it's overwhelmingly pink. Blue, except for Amanda. She's like, blue. Sandra. Okay, I guess I'll go pink. I feel peer pressured. Just kidding. Okay, so totally transparent. This is the part I hate the most because it is a little bit hard, especially if you have like, I want everything lined up perfect, like tendencies. Duct tape can be very unforgiving. I've ruined many a journal because I overthink it. So something I've tried to do over the years is say, you don't really need to overthink it, Leah. It's okay if it's not perfect. And I have been able to let tendencies like that go. I don't know why I get so hung up on this though. Get a pair of scissors that you don't love because they're going to get the residue on them. You can clean them, but in the moment it's hard. So these are, can you hear? These ones are my crummy scissors. Do a quick cut and then you can actually just rip it. Keep those scissors handy. You're going to need them. Oh, Danielle said blue. Oh, we're going pink, y'all. We're going pink. Okay. And just do your best. It's hard right now. Usually I'm standing up when I do this. Ah! Okay. We're gonna do. This is a journey, you guys. Okay. We're going to go with it though. Okay. See, it's on. I have it on very lightly in case I have to rip it up because it's really going to drive me crazy. But honestly, I think it's fine. We're going to go with it. Press it. You guys, you didn't stop me. I'm not supposed to do this right now. Oh, look at that. See, it pays. Save this. You're going to need it. I sew first. Girls. I started talking. Okay, set this aside. Don't do that. Rewind. Oh my God. I sew first because I like, now you don't have to. I could have kept it on there, but since it came up easily, I'm happy. I like my seam to be like not visible. Y'all, were you guys screaming to stop or did you not even know? Oh, Sandra, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay. Strike that whole last 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how to make pages. Oh my God. Okay. Which page do I like the best? I think I like this one. This is how we're going to create pages to add. This is not necessary. You don't even have to sew, but I'm going to use my tape. If you wanted them to be really decorative, you could just, let me show you. You can, oh gosh, you're behind. Oh, good, because I messed up. Holly's like, oh crap, I didn't even notice. Get your 2 pieces of paper. Put them right next to each other. Get your tape. This is how we're going to make pages that extend the entire length of the journal. Get that tape out. You guys, you could use washi tape if you're fancier than me. You probably are. Most people are. It doesn't matter if clear tape goes on crooked because you're not even really going to be able to see it. You can even double it up. Don't overthink this part. If you use Scotch tape, no one's going to see, no one's going to care. You do not have to add these huge pages if you're like, oh, I don't want to waste all my cardstock. That's valid. I personally like having some pages that are a little bit more sturdy in my junk planner because that way I can add those kind of heavier pieces. So let me walk you through this one. Now we have one very long piece of cardstock. Sorry, I know the camera is, you know, what it is. Fold it in half. Now what we are going to do is very simply mark where we need to cut it. So I just use the pages as a template. Let me get a pen. I can't believe I almost messed up, you guys. Wow. Just mark where you got to cut it. And then you're going to use your paper cutter and trim around those marks. Where did I put my paper? And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're wasting so much. I do not throw any of this away. And I am going to need all of this paper for the journals that I am working on this month for my Patreon, which is a little golden new year. So these will not be wasted. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Thrifty Day doesn't waste. Well, I mean, we all waste, but you know what I mean. So let me show you. This is what we got. Oh, sorry. God, I'm still trying to figure this out. Dun, da, da, da. Easy, right? And I'm gonna do 2 more of those so I can have some pretty pages throughout the journal. And I know you're thinking they don't extend all the way. If you want to be very exact, you totally can. It's not a big deal to me because I add so much trim you won't even see it. That's my process. If you don't plan on doing that, you can make sure they extend and match perfectly. For me, I found it doesn't really matter. I used to try to be really precise and I realized it really wasn't like an issue. So I'm going to do that 2 more times. So that I have more decorative paper. And then we're going to sew, and then we're going to finish the cover. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. If you are here and enjoying this content, would you be so kind as to hit that like button? I would appreciate it so much. And if you missed my little announcement, just while I'm doing this sort of, okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. I need to relax. If you missed my little announcement, it's that I will be starting a new series. So I will be live every Tuesday here on YouTube. It's going to be called Journal Talk Tuesdays. And I'm very, very excited about it. I have a lot of fun ideas. I think it'll be nice to be able to connect in a more meaningful way. I'm sorry, I just got in your way. But I think it'll, oh, goodness, there you go. Faylene, oh my goodness, you have so much cardstock. Oh my gosh, you could probably make the cutest journals, Faylene. Get on it, girl. Make some journals, girl. I also have meetups I'm looking to plan for all you local gals and some that are not so local. I think one of our last meetups, we had people fly in from three different states. That was really fun. That was when we did it at Dapper Day. Okay, so we'll trim that up in a second. Let's go and tape our other one, though. Hello, I love this. Those are my favorite colors. Are journals you make composition mostly 8? Oh, I don't even know the actual lengths of what you're asking. I can measure my composition book. Let me just finish taping this because I actually don't know the answer to your question. But you can make it any size you want it to. And if you can hear my Ellie snoring, my dog, I'm sorry. I think it's sweet. Oh, sorry. I'm going to also have to figure out like a better camera like moment because I feel like this isn't exactly working for our process. So all of these things can be figured out. We're going to grow together. We're going to figure out this process together, you guys. But like I said, in the meantime, if you were hoping for a better tutorial, that it was less chaotic and more about like learning focused, I do have a tabletop view of both a sewn and no sew version of this already on YouTube. So you can actually feel free to head over and just watch that if that is something that you prefer, which is totally valid. As you can see, I was already going out of order. I'm usually pretty chaotic. I'm just going to use the one I already cut as a template. This paper is so stinking cute. I love it. I'm a template gal. I never actually measure. I guess I should. It's just not something I value, you know? And I'm not really good with numbers. Pippi. Yes, girl. There she is. Oh, can I see her? She's living her best life. She's thriving. She's thriving. Okay, from everybody that's here right now, let me know if you have a YouTube channel. I don't know if you can link it, but feel free to mention it. I would love to know. I live on YouTube, like literally, and TikTok. I love TikTok. But if you have a YouTube channel, I would love to know. So let me know, even just a show of hands, but you're welcome to say the name if you wanted to. I don't think you can link it. I don't think YouTube will let you, but it's not my settings, it's YouTube. But I would love to know, and I would love to follow. I feel like I don't get enough journal content, or maybe, you know, just creating content is hard, and that's valid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, friendos, is we're going to add our pages in. And again, this is something I was going to put that up, something I totally eyeball. So obviously that one's in the front. I'll toss this one right in the dead center middle. And then the other one, I'm just going to toss in the middle somewhere. Is that middle enough? Let's see. Middle enough? Is that, good enough. So this is what we have. Dun, 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 dun. Make a page for Patreon. Make a page for Patreon. Oh, maybe that might be fun. Although I'm going to sort of discourage any advertising on my Patreon because I've had a couple of people message me frustrated because they thought they were shopping with me, but it was actually something they saw on my Patreon and it wasn't me. So I think I need to do like a no advertising situation on Patreon. I think it's a bit confusing and there was not really anything I could do to help because it wasn't my shop or my merchandise. And that's happened twice now. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. You have a new YouTube. Oh, yay! Crafty Clegs. Very cool. You're shy. You know what? Just do it. Let me show you. How do I say your name? Deliana. Let me show you something. This is a tattoo I have. It might be backwards, but it says no day but today. And the reason I even have that tattoo is because I feel like for the past 10 years, that's just sort of how I live my life. Instead of being like, oh, I don't want to because I'm very introverted and very like, it's not my jam. No day but today. Just do it. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not going to be right. It's going to be awkward. There are going to be times that are like, just do it. Because the only way you're going to get better is to keep doing it. So just do it. No day but today. No YouTube, maybe one day. Oh yeah, I get it. Just do it. Yes, Deanne. I know, Deanne. You're like, oh, never mind. I know. And I haven't mentioned it because I don't really know how to like address it. I think I'm just gonna have to make it simple, Deanne, and be like, no advertising in chats and on the page. Because the first time it happened, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. There's not a lot I can do about that. But then the second time I was like, oh, this is a problem. And they were not happy. So, and I'm not, I feel terrible that she thought it was from my shop, but yeah, so I'm going to have to work on that. Delina. Okay, got it. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't even see the end. Oh, absolutely. Good advice. Just do it. Yeah, in the brave words of Nike, just do it. Okay, so now we're going to sew these bad boys in. So throw them in there. Throw them in. We're in. This is where you get your heavy duty clips. And I'm telling you, the heavier duty, the better. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just gonna, no. Get the clips, folks. Go right to the middle. You wanna be in the middle. Yeah, go for it. We're all here for you. And I know you're thinking, oh no, it's hanging out. I could see, yeah, you can, it's fine, don't worry. You're gonna, if you're like me and you're gonna add all the junk to the sides, like tabs and trims and ephemera, like literally don't worry. You're not going to be able to see all of that once you decorate it and stuff. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't stress out. You got the tree from Amazon as soon as you mentioned the other day, saying it's so cool. Do you have it up year round? Oh, this tree? No. This Christmas tree, right? The tinsel tree? No, this is my last live with it. I'm going to take it down probably tonight. I know. Last night I was kind of enjoying it. I'm like, this is my last moment with my tinsel tree. You're partially deaf. But I do, it's, oh, okay. Yeah, I have a lot of vision problems, so I totally validate you. Yeah. I hear you. I'm here eating an Italian Subway. You guys are funny. I want an Italian sub. I can't with my high blood pressure. Anyway, okay. So now that we have our clippies on, we're going to add 3 holes because we're going to do a simple 3-hole stitch. So get your awl. These are very sharp. Oh, Eric, did I miss? Machine, no YouTube, but Instagram. Okay, Unicorn Boutique. Oh, I love that. Okay, oh, that's awesome. Start a YouTube. I'm encouraging everyone, start a YouTube channel. They're fun. You just get to talk. Let me move this back down. Sorry, I was talking. Get your awl. I highly recommend getting one with a rubber handle. I've had this one for years. You can eyeball this, guys. You're not gonna be able to see it anyway. Oh, I might need to stand. I put those little pads under it. Let's see if we made it all the way through. Ta-da. Like I said, this is gonna get covered with the duct tape anyway. Oh my God. I hear you too with the high button. Yes, Sandra. It's like the saddest thing ever. But you stopped selling in January. Oh, why? Is it just too much? Sometimes selling is hard. Were you on Etsy? Is that what you said? It's hard. I'm trying to punch holes and chit chat. Etsy is a bit of a bear lately. Okay. We have 3 holes. Look at that. Actually, those were kind of evenly spaced. Is it just me? What? Look at me doing the best job. Okay, I'm going to... I have too much stuff. Y'all. Okay, I'm just going to pick this thread because it's here. My favorite little needle that I keep in this tiny little moment. Keep it clipped. Don't take it off. And you ask why I don't use a actual sewing machine because look, I'm a mess. Oh my gosh. Oh, here come. No. Scissors. Just going to cut it. You're going to want to measure 3 lengths. So 1, 2, 3. Is it more than you need? Yes. Is it easier to use when you have more? Also, yes. Also, hit that like button if you're here and enjoying this chaotic content. Thread your needle. We're going to start in the middle. Again, this is going to be a little chaotic. If you want a better view, watch the tutorials in my playlist. You'll find the exact one. You haven't been active on your channel, but you're going to start doing videos and live starting. Oh, that's very exciting. Crafting with Nadine. I love hearing that. Etsy, you had your own website and it was just too much with your work. Oh, that's so valid. Yes. Luckily, this is, you start in the middle, folks. You know what? I'm going to put a little duct tape down, not duct tape, washi tape down so that it doesn't pull through. That is so valid. I'm very lucky that this is my job. This in Patreon and Etsy. But I always say, go to the top hole, by the way, and then you're going to go back to the middle. There's just no way I could do this and like have a normal 9 to 5. Go to the bottom. Do I got it? I got it. I got it. This is hard to do on camera, FYI. We're going to go back to the middle. And I'm lucky because I have adult children. I mean, my daughter Hannah is disabled, so it's a little bit different. She does require a lot of care. We're her caregiver, but my husband is more predominantly her caregiver because his job allows for that a little bit better than mine. He is on disability right now for a back injury, which, by the way, I know a lot of my Patreon members know a lot about what's going on because I share a lot about that on our Patreon lives. You can remove the clips now. His back is doing a lot better recently, so we're very encouraged with that. I'm happy for him. So here's what we have. A lot of you know Mr. Thrifty Day. He's a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, but he's on live right now. You're going to want to tighten this up. So tight, tight, pull, pull. I'm going to show you the outside. I always think of it as a violin. Are they nice and taut? Yes, they are. That's what they'll look like. Glad your husband. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I'm encouraged. It's been a long time. He's had a lot of issues. I don't think he minds me sharing those. But anyway, he's just doing better. I won't be specific. I tie 3 knots. I leave the tails. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, and we're done. Well, with sewing. And I know you're thinking like, oh, it's sticking out. Look, once you add, if you plan on adding all this, you can't even tell. You were watching on your TV, but you had to get your iPad so you could chat. You could have it on both. You're my kind of gal. See, once you add all this junk, I didn't trim anything, you can't even tell. And then another thing that we're going to do, which will probably be on Patreon Live at this point, or maybe I'll do it today while I'm sitting around at my last Christmas party, is we're going to glue together pages and add washi tape, and that's really decorative and cute too. So we're just about done, and then I'll probably wrap up this live, even though there's so many of us here and it's so fun. By the way, I don't know if any, oh, was it fast, Sherry? Am I fast making these? I'm an expert journal maker. Howdy, hey, so happy to caught a live. Hi! Oh, thank you, Butter Bun Bookery. Why is that? Do you have a YouTube channel? That is the cutest name. You and Soda Pop City Vintage. Oh my God, y'all have cute names. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was just basic embroidery thread. I don't use the wax thread. I know a lot of people do. I've not seen the benefit. I've used both in the past. To me, it's a little bit more slippery, but it's just a preference. I just use them, but this is the high quality embroidery thread. I buy like the most expensive one. So it's like woven. So it's like kind of like much thicker than like basic embroidery thread. If that, does that make sense? They're usually, let me, oh, here. This is what it looks like. And I get it at Joann's or Michael's. They both have it. That's the exact kind I use. Y'all, if you're on Patreon, you know I have vision problems. So I actually can't read this. But you can get it at Joann's and Michael's. Yeah, I can't read that, sorry. Yeah, no problem. Of course. Okay, now we're going to add the duct tape. Do you think it's sticky enough? I think it is. So, oh, DMC. Oh my God, thank you, Eric. Is that what this, Eric, is that your name? Is that what this is? Or is it somebody else? Oh yeah, okay, great. Oh, that's good. I appreciate people who knew the name. Yeah, I have some pretty serious vision problems. So, you know what? I'm going to put a new piece. Wasteful Thrifty Day, but it's because I messed up. Sorry, guys. We're going to start again. That one wasn't sticky. Okay, so we're going to strike that, reverse it. We're going to do that all over again. Pretend I didn't do that before. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I'm telling you, I only make these every 3 months. My hair is crazy today. Leah, do you like music sheets wrapped? Oh, yes. All of the above. All of the above. In fact, my husband and I are looking to rent a small warehouse because he's on Bookstagram. I'm going to link my husband's Bookstagram. Or not Bookstagram, lies, Book Talk. He's on Book Talk. He does a lot of book reviews. He reads. And so if you're on TikTok and you want a fun book talk to follow, my husband is, oh my God, I don't remember. Steve, if you're watching, put your book talk there. Write your name. But we have a lot of books. And I have a lot of sheet music. I have a lot of things. So we're looking to rent a small warehouse to organize and have like a little mini library. I mean, can you die? We're both book people. We're book people. I'm sorry if I'm talking so much. I'm a yappy gal. All right. Total. Center enough. I'm really mad that I messed up that book page again, but oh well. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, see, it's okay. This one, it's going to show a little bit, but the trim will cover that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't stress. Yeah, like a little mini library. Won't that be fun? Because he has a whole bunch of books. I obviously, as you can imagine, already have a library in my studio that I pull from. But we want it to be very organized. You have overhang on both. Don't worry. We're going to trim that. I am Stephen 21. That is my husband's book talk. If you're looking for a good book talk, good book recommendations, nice little chatty book talk moment. That's what you're going to want to follow. I'm loving your chat. Oh, we're goofy. Thank you. This is kind of how Patreon lives are. We just get to know each other. And I think the beauty of it is, let's trim while I talk. Okay, am I the only one that has like 50 scissors? Is this embarrassing? But they all have a different purpose. I have one more I can't even reach. Like these are the really crummy ones. These ones are old. These ones are not so crummy, but I actually use them decoratively when I make videos. These ones are like my good, not great scissors. And then these ones without the black dots are fabric only. Am I the only one? Did I just totally expose myself? Actually, I didn't realize I had so many scissors. That's Okay, well, let's try. I can't believe I just showed you all my scissors and my wacky thought process. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I missed something from Carrie. I know we're not even because of high blood pressure, Carrie. Look at that. Isn't that sad? Okay, so we have that overhang. Don't pinch them together because it's easier to trim them because it's sticky when they're not pinched together. So I'm just going to trim as I chit chat. I'd really like a higher tier on Patreon. Do you have spaces? Oh my goodness. I would love to, but unfortunately right now, it's just not a possibility. I do kind of put it up once it's starting to get cut because I am at max. However, I highly recommend keeping an eye on it because people do move around. Subscribers, sometimes they've joined for a year and they may not want to redo it for a year. So spaces do open randomly. Ta-da! So I do just recommend keeping an eye on it. If I ever do see it, I do announce it to my Patreon members first in the private chats. But again, you do need to be a paid member to be in those chats. But those chats are really active, guys. If you're looking for a fun place to show your journal layouts, to talk about exchanging mail, to just talk about journal supplies, those chats on my Patreon are so active. Like sometimes I'll go and I'll be like 37. I like missed 37 messages. Anyway, oh, my daughter's on her way. Oh, I'm excited. Anyway. Okay, don't we all? Okay, yes. My husband said you were playing Conquer Wars. Yes, exactly. You were able. Yeah, see, Deanne made it happen. She was diligent. Okay, we're on to the last step for today. Your hubby was also a high school. Oh, okay, yeah. I know I'm scared. It scared me. You joined Patreon. Welcome. Run to the chats. I'm telling you, the chats are where it's at. Okay, again, everyone said you can find these everywhere. Michael, somebody said, I know you can get pink at Joann's, Amazon. This is what I'm going to use. But if you don't have this, guys, just use Rick Rack. Rick Rack is adorable. Oh, these are my crummy scissors. Got to go back to the good, not great ones. Guys, I'm embarrassing. Okay, tip. Pro tip. Oh, it's okay. Oops. I always have like scrap paper under here. Whenever you are gluing onto your covers or on pages, put a piece under so that it doesn't get onto your pages. So I apologize because that's probably loud and obnoxious. Use your fabric tack. You've been stalking your page. Liz, I love you. That's great. When you have your next meetup, any thoughts on doing some in-person classes? I was hopeful that my next meetup could be in January. Although, by the way, oh, here, you guys got to be able to see. I'm just going to add glue and add my trim. A lot of things happened in December that were far beyond anything that I could have imagined. My dog had very invasive spine surgery. Yes, LAU, she moved immediately. Wasn't expecting that. That wasn't on my 2024 bingo card, but that literally took up about 6 weeks of my life and probably took a year off my life because I was terrified. She's doing well, for all of you wondering, my sweet Ellie girl. She's healing. She has a huge scar all the way down her neck. They went in underneath to get to her spine. Anyway, I don't know why, but it's like a huge, like 6-inch scar. She's healing nicely. She's doing great, but I didn't see that coming. So, and then the other thing was, what else? Oh, I don't know if you know, but there were huge fires here in Malibu in Southern California. And yes, my daughter goes to the school that was in the middle of it. Another thing was not on my bingo card for December 2024. And then all my health things were very recent. So I had hoped to be organizing right now. No, Ellie, staying here. For January, I'm not sure if that's going to happen now. By the way, I'm just pressing this down. Oh, you're in Canada. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Trina, Ellie says hi to you. Yeah, I love that. 2025 is your year to move up. But so my big roundabout answer to you was my hope was to have my next meetup in January. But my life has been, interesting to say the least lately. But hopefully it'll slow down. And now I think I might be aiming more towards February. And I have already talked to my dear friend who works at the legendary Bob Baker Marionette Theater here in LA. And hopefully, almost 100% sure, my next meetup will have puppets from the legendary Bob Baker Marionette Theater. Yeah, I'm so excited. Want to see? It's so cute. Oh my God, this might be my favorite ever. Okay, get your same paper. Put it back here so you don't glue your pages together. Faylene, was it you that was like, no, I didn't? Or was it Bevan? Oh, Ellie, you're fine. Who's like, I didn't add scrap paper and they glued their pages. Thanks, Abby. Okay, we're just going to do it again. Oh, that's hard when your babies have insert. Yes, it was literally terrifying.
Fires?
Oh, the fires this year have been crazy. Yes. And, oh, dear Julie. Everyone, follow dear Julie. I watch her channel all the time. Yes, Julie, it was terrifying.
We survived.
And that's my daughter. She's home from college. And yes, when they're calling you from the shelter in place library and there's like 30 feet flames in the window and they're like, no, it's fine. It doesn't look fine. Cue the mental, emotional breakdown. Oh my God, you guys, it was, I don't even know what to say. It was horrible. It was horrible. Okay, you can't even see. I'm just adding this and I'm gonna let it dry. Yeah, so that was scary to say the least. Oh, your son's friend goes to the college too. Oh, does it really? Yeah, it was, and they were just sheltering in place. That was the protocol. I was like, this doesn't seem safe to me. But you know what? They were, and it's great. Everything was good. But it was a journey. December has been a journey for Thrifty Day. Imagine all the, I was going to say chisme, but if you don't know Spanish, imagine all the tea you're going to get when you come to my Journal Talk Tuesdays. Who knows Spanish? All the chisme. Sissy, hi! Life does happen and you understand February and March are a great time. Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear that, Sissy. We met before. We're friends. Yes. Oh, I would love to do that too, Sissy. Is it better to deconstruct this composition book or can you do a no-sew and just... Yep, absolutely. You can do a no-sew. I have a no-sew tutorial here. I know a lot of people do that. I personally add so much junk. I've never filled one out that's no-sew, but I don't see that it would be any different. And I added a lot to the last no-sew one. So yeah, I think you can absolutely do it. You don't have to sew. You 100% don't have to. 100%. Okay, guys, we made it. We made it. Oh, you know Spanish. Chisme. Thank you, Nadine. My girl is here. Hi, wondering if you're tearing up some pages in your book before you started. Sorry. Oh, if you... Yeah, I did tear these pages out of the book. You don't have to, though. I have a very... Here, let me show you. Were you looking for the book? Is that why? Or did you want to... Here, let me find it. I mean, I know where it is. This is the book. It's called Backyard Circus. Isn't that cute? She's... Yeah. Hi, Kat. How are you? This is the book I use. And I know a lot of people have issues cutting up books, and that's totally valid. I have a different perspective. I feel like I am using the book. It's just different. But yeah, just so you know, that's the book I used. Okay, so we're done for now. For now, this is what we have. Isn't that cute? I love it. Here, if you open it up. Ah, so cute. We have lots of pages even in the middle. So this will eventually bulk up over the next 3 months and turn into this. It's the exact process. It's the exact size. Oh, somebody asked for the size. Oh, are they even still here? Let me look. It is almost 10 inches by just about 7.5. So the next step for me to continue my process is I'm going to glue the thinner pages together because these are very thin. So I'm going to glue 2 together and I'm going to add washi tape. Let me show you. You can kind of see it there. And so I'll probably do that off camera because, wow, that's boring. No one wants to sit. We're not doing that on Journal Talk Tuesdays. But then I also need to add my calendars. Let me show you. I add 3 months worth of calendars. That's my calendar. You can either upcycle a calendar you get at the Dollar Tree. You can go onto Etsy and use digitals, print out whatever you want. You can put your you don't have to do calendars. You do whatever you want. And then I put my lists in here. I make lists every day, and then we're going to add trim. So a lot of those things we'll probably do on lives over on Patreon if you wanted to see this process continued. And yeah, that's really fun. Does anybody have questions? Let me know. And while you're asking those questions, you can hit the like button. Yes, still here. Oh, okay, great. I hope that helped you. Oh, thank you, Julie. You have so many large books like this, and you've been wanting to find a project. Oh, I'm so happy, Vicki. That's wonderful to hear. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, no problem. I totally forgot. The cover is I'm living my best life. This is so precious. You could always trim these, like as you can see, like they're kind of pointy, whereas a general composition book is rounded. Like I said, I'm gonna add a bunch of trim, so you're not gonna really be able to see it anyway. So don't worry your pretty little head about it. So let me recap what we talked about. Oh, how many notebook pages do you add back in? Deanne, I add all. I just add them all in. I don't care. Some people take some out. I add them all in. I saw another question. Are you covering the inside? I usually don't. Let me show you what I usually do. Since this is just for me, I don't bother covering because it doesn't, I kind of like the inside of a composition book because I will add fabric pockets, which is something I do on my Patreon lives. It's very simple. I show how to do that. But I also add stickers that I get in Happy Mail. This one was from Happy Mail. These were from Happy Mail. This was from a book I bought. But see, I add stickers and pockets that I don't always use. So I don't bother covering the inside. But you can. You can do the exact same thing. Just add cardstock. You have pockets. Yeah, they're so cute, right? I just think they're fun. I also think they add a really sweet little touch. And you can do this after it's sewn. I usually show that process again on Patreon. So if you were interested in seeing me complete this journal, then be sure to subscribe to my Patreon. It's $5 a month. You do need to be on the community tier or above to access any of those lives. And I've done this all year. So if you didn't want to wait for the next live, you can actually go back. I have everything in playlists under lives and how to make a journal and junk planning, and you can go back and actually just watch specific like playlists back, so you don't have to like watch everything. Okay, convince me to make one. Oh yeah, make 10, Nadine. You admire so much. Oh my gosh, Edith, you're so sweet. Thank you. You're so kind. Oh, my pleasure. I'm happy. That's why we're all here, to encourage each other. Okay, so let me wrap up. This is your first time seeing your channel. Oh, thank you for subscribing. That's so nice. Deanne, it's called coffee. You guys, I got a new coffee maker. My daughter Lizzie bought me a fancy new Keurig. It has like a pot and the Keurig, and it's like, I feel like I have a Starbucks in my kitchen. Thank you, Liz. I feel so fancy. The washi, I'm washi. Yeah, same. I'm definitely going to washi these. I do too. I love that. I do it on all of them. And every time I say, oh, I want to like buy like purposeful washi tape and make it all like cohesive, and then I forget. One day. Oh, Faylene. Oh, you're so sweet. Danielle, thank you. I know, right? Coffee. So let me recap though, as we head out of here. I will finish this process over on our Patreon lives. I will be live starting in 2025. I got those dates wrong originally. So let's just say 2025, starting in the first Tuesday, every Tuesday throughout the year of 2025, I will be live. It will be called Journal Talk Tuesday. Not Journal Talk. Journal Chat. What did I say? Yeah, Journal Talk Tuesday. Yeah, I don't have a brain. Anyway, so it'll be Journal Talk Tuesdays. It will be here on YouTube, and we will talk about all things journal. We'll work in our junk planners, grab a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you want to drink, hang out. You can join live. We can chat. I can answer your questions. We can talk about what's happening in the journal community, both on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you guys are. Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook person, but I know that there's a good journal community on Facebook too. We got to tap into that. And we can recap, we can learn from each other, we can find out where all the good supplies are, we can find out what the newest trends are, we can find out how to save money, we can encourage each other on our balance and lifestyle journals, on our junk planners. But that's what Journal Talk Tuesday is going to be. It's going to be all about sort of finding ways to stay inspired, because I know that it's very difficult to stay inspired in a journaling process. I've been journaling in this manner, in a junk plannery way, since the 90s. I have a lot of them here. I've shown you some of my very first ones, and they don't look fancy. They don't look like these. They're much different, but your style evolves, you learn, you grow, that's how you do it, and you find community. And I think over on Patreon, that's what we've done all year. 2024, my sort of theme and my desire and my goals were about creating community. And now that we've done that, and we're so happy over there, we have such a tight-knit little group. I just want to share that with all of you here on YouTube too. And so even if it's just once a week, totally free, happy to be here. If you want more, join us over on Patreon, but that's not necessary. We will be here at least once a week, growing this little community too. Oh, you're so sweet. Ah, Dan, you're the best. Carrie, what is that little fish? I love you, Carrie. Retire so I can watch. retire. You guys are so funny. Inexpensive or free supplies. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Get it, sissy. Love this. Yes, I hope so too. That would be so much fun. We can do like a co-meetup, Julie, because you're SoCal too, right? Oh my God, that would be so fun. What a dream. Okay, well, Happy New Year. And I hope you guys all have a really good one. There's so many of us. I hate saying goodbye, but I do have to go to that last Christmas party. You know, after Christmas, you're like, oh, I'm just really not feeling it, but I still have my tree. I'm trying to plan what I'm going to put here. Okay, I talked about all this on Patreon. I'll share it with y'all later, but I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to join me for Journal Talk Tuesdays every Tuesday in 2025 at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Disneyland time. And we can all chat then. Anyway, hit the like button on your way out. If you have specific questions you want me to cover in my very first Journal Talk Tuesday, be sure to leave them on the replay comments so they're easy for me to access. Okay, everybody have a really great new year. And if you are a Patreon member, I'll see you soon. We go live all the time. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.